Now, this is Katannya Alven, again, carrying on with Corona, a novel approach with proof. Sharry Edwards talking about how they approached somebody that actually was very sick, and not necessarily with Corona, but this is her approach.
At one time, Obama had said, "This is a national emergency. You have to take this shot. You have to do it right now." But his voice said that was not true. And so we set about trying to give people frequencies that would help modify the flu and their response to it. And it was doing well. James talks about a grandmother that she had some kind of problem with her lungs. She was in a hospital. And he wrote this song, CIEL, that we were using for other people.
It was actually somebody else's grandmother that was interesting.
Had the flu, and they told her she's going to die. So James took this to her in the hospital. She was out in 4 days, and that was many years ago, and she's still up and running around. So if people use this, they believe in it because it works. Actually, they don't even have to believe in it because we've used it on comatose people. But it's the people out there in the ethers that have a scientific box that they want to put everything in, and they say this cannot work. Well, it just isn't true. Once you see it and experience it, it is the truth. Because what we found out, that bioacoustically speaking, everybody that has a problem has similar frequencies in their voice and similar architectures. But a girl in yesterday that she had a very odd looking architecture. It looked almost like mold, but not quite. And in talking to her, she lived in a house where there was a lot of bat poop. And when it got hot, there was this smell, and it was making her ill. And we started looking at what was going on with it and gave her the antidotes. We really didn't know what was happening, but we just gave her the frequency antidotes, and she started to feel better. So in looking at the frequencies that we deal with every day, it comes back to, I have mutated ears. I hear things other people don't, sounds, and I can hear the math of a room, the architecture of a room. And so as we're doing this, we also found out that my voice is mutated. It can create sound waves, sine waves, S-I-N-E. Human voices aren't supposed to be able to do that. But my voice does, and it gives me the ability to listen to a person, or animal, or a room, or a thing. Can't hear plastic though. And from that, we have been able to build a math matrix of immune problems, of flu problems, of heart disease. And when we get somebody's vocal print, we put it up on the portal, which is our online workstation, our sponsor for this evening, so that people can take their vocal print and look at what's going on and look at what they match. So we've built all of this.
And that's what I did when, as I mentioned in the first video, this is what I did when, after Colin passed over, and I'd been listening to Sharry Edwards for some while. She was on a conference call that I regularly went on to. So I made a sound bite, and then she sent back the nutrition that I should be taking that would heal me of, I had post-traumatic stress, which is not surprising, really.
We have created, actually Michael has created, he runs the portal, he created the portal, he babies the portal, and we found that we could build different campaigns for different things that people wanted to look at. And so in the last couple of weeks, we have built coronavirus conflicts so that people can look at what's going on in their own voice, and we have added nutrition to it. Because as we were investigating the portal issues, we found that glutathione and quercetin were the two things that the coronavirus was attacking.
That's very interesting. Glutathione and, was it quercetin, that the coronavirus was attacking.
And as we looked at this, it didn't look like flu. It looked like a pathogen, not a pathogen. It didn't look like a flu, it looked like an allergen.
An allergen, that's right. Not flu, according to what she's saying, or what they discovered, but an allergy, an allergen.
The math of this flu doesn't respond like a pathogen would. And when we first started looking at this pathogen, and I decoded all of it, and then all of a sudden there was 8 more proteins, and then the next 2 or 3 days there were 14 proteins. And how we dealt with this is we took the genome, which got into your body somehow, respiratory, I think, with this one, and it sets up housekeeping and starts producing proteins, and that's what makes you sick.
And very interesting, because I know when I was living in London, in Hampstead, I moved out of there last October, but there were many chemtrails, and I had suffered for some years before, not many years before, from, it would come out in great blotches across my skin and open wounds. Well known. I'll have to put it in the description box. It's just gone out of my head at the moment. And that was from the chemtrails that were putting aluminium and barium and various other things in the muck that they sprayed down on us.
And looking at this as a pathogen, as a kind of flu, didn't work. But it did work as if it were an allergy. All the math worked. And the math that was involved was glutathione, in particularly reduced glutathione, which is a note of D sharp, and quercetin, which is a biflavonoid. Look them up on the internet, but I'll be giving you some more information about it. And we started looking at people's voices, and sure enough, the people who had this virus had low glutathione. And so we began to...
The people that had the virus had low glutathione.
More about how does this nutritional matrix fit in with what is going on. And before the show's over today, I will be giving you the frequencies to counteract, to bioacoustically counteract the coronavirus. You know, that's not really true. It's the antidotes for all viruses and how they get in your body. Because like I said, we had all of these 8 proteins and 14 proteins, and it got to the point where everything was colliding with each other. The math wasn't working. Because normally when you give somebody, or somebody gets the gene, then we can follow up with the protein. And in this case, and unlike many in the past, we could deactivate the protein or the gene, but that would activate the protein. So it was in conflict. That's the way nature-made viruses worked, and this was not seeming to be a nature-made virus because it was both in one scale, 224.
Very interesting that she comes to that conclusion.
And it was the A and the A sharp of that 224. And I'll give those to you in just a little bit. You can figure out for yourself. Go make a scale based on 224 instead of 220 and look at the A and the A sharp. And those are the notes that we first put out.
I'm going to carry on here. I'm probably a little bit further down the video. Sharry has just, I've just gone further on, and she's just talked about, there was an article published in Nexus. I'm carrying on now.
And he said that the frequencies for the 5G would mess with your iron. I have found some indication to that, but more found a problem with the heme, the iron carrying molecule in the blood. So it's a carrier issue rather than not enough iron issue, although that's in there too. And I've written a paper about all of this, and we will send it to you or give it out to you at the end of what's going on here. The article, Coronavirus, Not What It's Purported to Be. It is purported to be a flu. It does not act like a flu.
Okay, it's purported to be a flu, and she's saying it does not act like a flu.
And James Marshall, who created the CIEL download, which you can get from our website, has given this CIEL to other people who had the flu, and it did react as if it was backing off the flu. We need to go some steps further and back this off as if it is an allergy. So as you look at these pieces of information, and I will make this article available, I'll make this video that we're just doing right now available. And you can watch as this gets posted, more and more addendums to what is going on here. So at first we looked at glutathione and what makes glutathione, the cysteine, glycine, and glutamate. But we also wanted to be very, very cautious. So the first Rife-like frequencies that we put out were this 158.4.
Now she's talking about the Rife machine, R-I-F-E.
And just half of that.
Or the frequencies that the Rife machine used.
So people could put that on their Rife machines, and that could be an antidote to that very first thing we found. But then they started putting out the other proteins, and we had to rethink and go back and look at what was going on. So what you're looking at now is the scale of 224, and the A is 224, and the A sharp 118.66. Those are the bad guys. You want to look at its opposites, somewhere around E and D sharp. And by the way, the antivirals that we're going to show here, they are notes of D and D sharp and E, because you can use the frequencies now to create medications. I'm going to get in a lot of trouble for saying that.
Not with me, she's not. So I think we'll probably be going on to the next section of this, which we'll either call C, or otherwise we'll call, I'll have to rename them. Okay, so this is Katannya Alven signing out of the second part,